until he got his arm around my neck and strangled me. And at this all the time, my son's in the corner crying. I started crying because it's happening again.
So my family growing up, it was chaotic. I was the youngest and I had 6 older brothers. There was a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, a lot of people going in and out of our house.
My childhood wasn't so great. My dad always worked, my mom took care of us, and then it was very abusive and drug use within it. I felt very abandoned and alone and isolated.
I got to witness a lot of things that no little girl should have to witness, and there was things done to me as a little girl that no little girl should have to go through.
At first it was verbal abuse and emotional abuse. When I got older and my mom couldn't control my anger, it got to the point that she hit me. She would slap me, throw things at me.
We've had a lot of cops come in and out of our houses as well that knew us by name. To me, that was kind of normal.
She started getting into drugs, and I just thought she was tired. She was sleeping on the couch, and then we went homeless when I was 13. I was 17 and I started doing the exact same thing they were doing.
It followed me through all my relationships that I had made.
The alcohol, the drinking, the fighting, the yelling, that came into my adulthood because it was never solved out when I was younger.
And whether it was with boyfriends or friends, or potentially when I got older, it was with my children as well. I just projected this anger onto all my relationships.
Carried a lot of my anger throughout my adulthood to the point that it went into my relationships and somewhat with my parenting with my oldest.
And I was starting to harm those that I loved around me, whether it was physical or it was mental or it was emotional as well. And I started hearing the words that was told to me as a little kid. I started hearing those words coming out of my mouth to my children. And I looked in the mirror. I was just so miserable and I didn't love myself anymore. I had harmed my husband and he had harmed me in ways as well. It led me to jail.
As soon as we were pregnant, he was happy, but then when he found out she was a girl, it was kind of like, You could tell it put a damper in his mood. It was first pills, then coke, then back to pills, and then meth, and then heroin. I tried to save him. I tried to help him because I thought we could have a better life together. It got worse. Then it got violent. He abused me for years. Any kind of abuse you can ever think of, even sexual abuse, he did. We were together for 10 years. We lost our house, our car. I didn't want to lose Selena to CPS, so I gave her to my parents. After that, my mom told me, "You'll never get your daughter back."
I remember sitting in that jail cell and just crying, God, why is this happening to me? You know, like I'm a really good mom.
I lost everything to the point that people would tell me, "You're nothing, you're a piece of shit. You're a drug addict, you're a junkie." And I did that for 2 years, homeless in Placerville City. Being just low. I got tired of it and I started asking for help.
I started coming to the center and it was like I was given permission to grieve things that I always just pushed down and down within myself. All of a sudden I'm starting to do things like be vulnerable, you know, and I was starting to trust people again.
This class is nothing like the anger management classes I've been before. There's more of a support system and people that actually care and love me to help me through the situations to grow.
My life is completely different now. Today it's really simple. Like I'm so grateful for all these little things in my life, and I get to be present in my children's life today. And the relationship that we have, it's quality.
That helps me not only figure out how to deal with my emotions, but to identify where the emotion's coming from.
I never thought that I was enough, and every day that I got to come here, I was like slowly peeling away just layers and layers of myself, and I was getting to know myself a lot more.
I know how to set proper boundaries for myself and for others, and overall I'm just more happy now. I have more joy in my life.
The center saved my life. I would have not been able to do the majority of anything basically because of the tools that they have taught me. Today I get to honestly say, I broke the cycle.
I broke the cycle. Yeah.